Hey everyone, welcome to an incredible journey through time. Let's go on an adventure, a journey back in time. We're about to explore the rich and vibrant history of ancient India. Close your eyes and imagine traveling thousands of years ago to ancient India. Picture yourself walking through the bustling streets, hearing the chants and seeing the rituals. Picture a land bursting with colors, deep spirituality, and amazing buildings that seem to touch the sky. The air is filled with the scent of incense and the sound of temple bells. These aren't just any buildings, they're ancient Indian temples. Each one a piece of history, showing off incredible architecture and deep faith. Every stone tells a story, every carving a legend. These temples are more than just rocks and cement. They are masterpieces of art and devotion, built with precision and passion. They're like doorways to the past, whispering tales of kings and queens, gods and goddesses, and the beliefs that shaped a civilization. Imagine the grand ceremonies and the spiritual gatherings that took place here. They show us how strong India's spirit is, a place where the past isn't just something to remember, but something that's still alive. The traditions continue, passed down through generations. Come with me as we explore these amazing buildings. Let's uncover the stories behind the stones and the people who built them. Let's dive into ancient India and discover the secrets hidden within the old stones of its temples. Together, we'll unravel the mysteries and appreciate the beauty of this ancient civilization. So, how did these amazing temples start? Not with huge buildings, but with small, simple shrines. Long ago, people wanted to connect with something bigger than themselves, so they chose special places outdoors, like a group of trees, the top of a hill, or the edge of a river. These were their first sacred spots. As time went on, these places changed. People built wooden shelters, then stronger buildings made of brick and stone. The oldest temples we can still see today are from the Gupta period, between the 4th and 6th centuries CE. This was a time when lots of temples were built. Over many years, different rulers came and went, and each one added their own style to India's buildings. That's why we see so many different kinds of temples, each one showing the art and beliefs of its time. The architecture of ancient Indian temples is super interesting. These structures are not just buildings, they are a testament to the rich cultural and spiritual heritage of India. Each temple tells a story, not just through its deities and rituals, but through its very walls and pillars. From the tall towers in South India to the detailed carvings in Odisha, every area has its own special style. The Dravidian style of the south is known for its towering gopurams, while the Nagara style of the north features intricate spires. Each region's unique approach adds to the diverse tapestry of Indian temple architecture. But there are some things you'll find in many temples because of shared beliefs. Common elements like the mandapa or pillared hall and the shikhara or tower are seen across different styles. These elements symbolize the cosmic mountain, a central theme in Hindu cosmology. One important idea is Vastu Shastra. This is an ancient way of designing buildings that tries to make a space match with the universe and bring good energy. Vastu Shastra principles ensure that temples are aligned with cardinal directions, enhancing the spiritual experience of devotees. Temples were often built to look like the body of a god, with different parts representing different things about that god. The head, body, and feet of the temple correspond to different parts of the deity, creating a divine connection between the structure and the divine. The inner room, called the Garbhagriha, is the most important part. It holds a statue of the god and is usually small and dark, like where life begins. This sanctum is the heart of the temple, where the divine presence is most potent. Around this room are other areas for ceremonies and gatherings. These spaces are designed to accommodate various rituals and community activities, making the temple a hub of social and spiritual life. The outside walls are covered with detailed carvings that show stories from mythology, gods and goddesses, and famous books like the Ramayana and Mahabharata. These carvings are not just decorative, they serve as a visual scripture, educating devotees and preserving ancient stories for future generations. Every stone in an ancient Indian temple tells a story. These stones are not just mere rocks, they are the silent storytellers of a bygone era, whispering tales of gods, demons, and heroes to those who care to listen. The carvings aren't just pretty designs, they're like comic books in stone, showing myths and legends that are a big part of Hinduism. Each carving is a chapter, each sculpture a verse, narrating the grand epics and moral stories that have shaped the cultural and spiritual landscape of India. These stories, told for many years, tell us about the beliefs and values of ancient India. They reveal the philosophical depth and the rich tapestry of traditions that have been passed down through generations. The carvings serve as a bridge connecting us to the wisdom of the past. For example, there's the story of Shiva as Nataraja, the dancing god. This depiction is not just an artistic expression, but a profound symbol of cosmic cycles. This famous image is in many South Indian temples and shows Shiva doing a dance that represents the beginning and end of everything. The dance, known as the Tandava, is a powerful metaphor for creation, preservation, and destruction. The carvings often show Shiva with 4 arms, each holding something important, and tell us about deep ideas. Each arm holds a different object, symbolizing various aspects of life and the universe, from the drum of creation to the fire of destruction. There are also carvings of Vishnu resting on a giant snake, Sheshanaga, which represents the endless time and the cosmic ocean. Brahma, being born from a lotus flower emerging from the navel of Vishnu, symbolizes purity and divine creation. And the many forms of Vishnu, each avatar of Vishnu, from Rama to Krishna, tells a unique story of virtue, bravery, and devotion. These stories aren't just fairy tales, they teach us about right and wrong, explain the world, and show the power of faith. They are moral compasses, guiding us through the complexities of life and reminding us of the eternal truths that transcend time and space. Ancient Indian temples are important for more than just religion. They were places for learning, art, music, and community. People went there not only to pray, but also for festivals, shows, and discussions. Kings and rich people supported these temples, which helped create some of the most beautiful art and architecture in the world. Temples also became like libraries, holding not just religious books, but also books about space, math, and medicine. Even today, these temples are important places for communities. People from all backgrounds go there to celebrate, remember loved ones, find comfort, and connect with their history. If you go to an ancient Indian temple today, you'll see traditions that are still alive. You'll smell incense, hear chanting, and the ringing of bells. The ceremonies are very similar to those from hundreds of years ago. People offer flowers, light lamps, and wave a flame in front of the god. These rituals aren't just habits. They're ways to show devotion, thanks, and connection with something bigger than themselves. Temples are where everyday life meets spirituality, and people can find peace and guidance. The festivals at these temples are full of color, music, and dancing. Parades go through the streets, gods are carried in decorated carts, and everyone joins in the fun. These festivals show how strong faith is and how important traditions are in India. Ancient Indian temples are full of amazing things to discover. They give us a look into a fascinating civilization, showing us its beliefs, art, and strong spirit. To really understand India, you should visit these amazing buildings yourself. Walk through the giant doorways, look closely at the carvings, and get lost in the stories they tell. Feel the history, the power of faith, and the legacy of a civilization that still inspires people today. Whether you like history, art, or just want to learn more about the world, the ancient Indian temples offer an amazing journey. These amazing buildings have survived for a long time, but they